Greetings interwebs, it's JackitK and welcome for the next edition of the Chronological Adventures of Sonic Adventure.
The train headed for Station Square will be departing soon.
So last time we got a Sonic and Tails take of what happened right after the Chaos 4 fight, so I thought it was only appropriate to start this video out going through what Knuckles was doing. What he felt was so important that he couldn't pursue Eggman with the duel.
2 stone statues. The door to the past.
Going on frickin' treasure hunts, of course. But seriously, that did not go as well as expected. I guess they didn't put climb limits on the entire wall, because I guess eventually they wanted you to not fly over the barrier or something like that. Whatever the case may be, I thought my plan to just glide and climb my way over to our next power-up would be screwed, but thankfully that was not the case. Alternatively, you could just find Big's house and climb up the tree there, but this is so much easier.
Now you've got fighting gloves. To store up power, hold down the action button. Now you can do the maximum heat Knuckles attack.
And while I want to say that this is just like Sonic's move, but we have not unlocked Sonic's move yet. So we'll just have to wait until we go into a level for me to show you what it really does. It's not really that useful, just take my word on that. It might be useful for the upcoming level, for reasons I'll explain, but besides that, I don't really find myself using it. And even the use I so have for it is kinda just made up to find an excuse to use it. It's not a bad way to use it, it's just, nah, I would rather just avoid the enemies, we'll just say. I still can't believe the game makes us climb a freaking ladder when we have the ability to climb on a wall. Now I'm just gonna try to cheat as much as so much for that. And hey, I actually found where the other statue we need is. It'll be right in that area, but since we can't carry 2 things at once, I might as well drop this off first. So yeah, to unlock the next level, if you haven't caught on, we have to find these statues and put them somewhere in this little hub area. Oh, I wonder if this is where I'm supposed to put it. Ooh, it floats. There's a hint bubble over there that probably says, 2 statues, a door to the past. I wonder if this is the area we put it in. So now that I'm done making the game look bad unintentionally, you may be going, where is the statue? To that I reply, fool, you have not played enough Sonic Adventure. Well, I'm just gonna sit and let this save here for a bit. And while I'm doing so, I guess I can sort of show the maximum heat knuckle attack. It dings. It'll have a more practical use when we actually come across enemies, but don't worry, I'll go into that when the time comes. If I can just get myself in the area and pick up that key, we may actually be able to get to that part that I've been foreluding.
Two stone statues. The door to the past.
Well, that was fun. Maybe I should get out here and jump in now that the walls has been loaded. Oh man, it's been so long since I programmed I forgot the proper word for it. Welcome to Lost World. Not that game, but funny enough, the same company of consoles. So there's only a couple things I really want to talk about this world, and going over the footage a couple times, I thought it would actually be easier to wait until we come across those instances. In the meantime, enjoy the soundtrack. First of all, you could tell that this area was designed for a different character, because these panels actually have a special trick. You can walk on them, which is completely negated by the fact that Knuckles can climb. That switch that was next to the panels, if you pressed it, it would swap it around, and depending on which ones are laid up, would determine where you could walk. Bro, give me a sec. I gotta fix the camera here. I do find swapping between auto and free to help. Sometimes, to be fair, it got me out of that situation, but it didn't get me to a situation I wanted to be in to see the enemy fast enough. Speaking of enemies, the next thing I really want to talk about is in regards to fighting them with our new ability. But first, we have to wait and see if I fight them with our new ability. So until then, enjoy the soundtrack a little more, I suppose. Okay, whoever decided to put the Master Emerald piece there is a jerk. Both the RNG Goddess Anna, as well as the programmer that decided this is a good place to put one of the possible places this spawns on. And I get the feeling I'm not actually going to show off how to fight with the homing attack. Oh, well, you know what? Maybe I actually do, possibly. Yeah, that's basically how it works. You punch, charge, and when you release, any enemy that's in your path will fall prey to your attack. Unfortunately, with those fire guys, which I like to use it on the most out of any enemy I could use the charge attack on, sometimes you swerve around so much you still get hit by the fire, but I swear that's the best way to combat them.
Good enough.
Besides not fighting them at all. We'll get back to him later. In the meantime, there's some other things we gotta check out. Like our next edition of mundane tasks to base video games around. Amy goes shopping.
I'm bored.
How poetic.
Every day's the same old thing. Same place, different day. I miss the good old days. Hanging out with my hero, Sonic. Chasing bad guys. And blowing them away. But now he's gone. And there's nothing left to do. But shop till I drop. There was always something fun to do with Sonic around. I really miss him. Hey! What's going on here? Is there an eclipse today or what? Nobody forecast a storm or anything. Eggman, can it be? What's that? Ah! Watch it! Watch it! Ow! You should watch where you're going, buddy! Hey, are you alright? You look kind of hurt. What's this? Ah! That was one of Eggman's robots, huh? He must have captured you, and somehow you got away, right? Don't worry, I'll protect you. I'll do my best to keep us both from harm. I'll stand by you all the way.
That's Amy. I wonder what happened to Sonic.
Tails? Tails? You're not who I'm looking for. Oh, I wonder if he's okay.
So, I showed the opening of Amy's story right before this. I wonder if that means Sonic is gonna run into Amy soon. Nah. Don't mind me, just testing out first-person view, not checking out the lady. Besides, Sonic's got no time for romance in his life. He ain't got no time for a gal and lovey-doveys. No time for the lovey-doveys. I'll just go to the hotel manager for a hint. Nope. Screw the fact you play. Screw the fact you dictate the plot. I am gonna play Bachelor's Life with the cardboard cutout of a man in 3D. What, you're talking about the pink-haired girl too? Come on, old man, we don't have to put up with this. We are gonna enjoy you too. Well, I suppose this random sign has no sort of foreshadowing with yeah. Quick disclaimer, I don't hate Amy. You just know that that's what's going on in Sonic's head. What isn't going on in Sonic's head is why will the gate not accept the old man as my partner for the discount? How dare Sonic Team disrespect my old TP? Come on, you're embracing fan characters. Let's embrace. No, I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Let's just embrace our impeccable doom, I mean destiny.
Oh, Sonic! My hero! Sonic! Long time no see!
Amy.
What's your problem? See, this little birdie's got in trouble. I think you should be his bodyguard a little while.
What?
Doesn't matter. We'll just tag along.
No way.
Come on, don't run away! Oh!
What's this? More Big the Cat? Indeed, you thought we were done with this guy? Oh, we are far from done with Big the Cat. Now I got a bit of explaining to do. One, you may notice that things look different with Big's rod and belt. Yeah, these clips were done out of order because I did want to show you can get that before this level. Well, I think I'll fix that up before we begin the next level, if not sooner. We'll be making one of those adjustments right about now though, because this is where you officially get Big's next power-up. It may be a little awkwardly fit, but look, we fixed it already.
You've discovered the life belt. It keeps you afloat when you're in water. To swim underwater, press the jump button when afloat.
Also, this will allow us to fish on the surface of water from now on. I don't show that off right away, but you just simply cast your rod when you're not submerged in the water ever so slightly. Jumping can be a little tricky at times, but as long as you're right next to the edge when pressing A, you shouldn't have too much trouble. Now, speaking of jump cuts, I'm going to have to make a jump cut again, because if I didn't foreshadow it enough, there's a lure you get in this level, and I completely overlooked it, and the way this game works is kinda stupid, and you can't go back to replay a level as Big the Cat when you first beat it. You kinda like have to play the next stage before you can replay the previous one. It's pretty dumb. But point being, I'm just gonna show you guys really quick how to get that power up, cut back to the original footage. May take a little while to show the lure in the original footage. But yeah, right down this lake, just sink down as fast as you can, cause you can drown as Big the Cat. And there's your lure. So I know I was going to cut back to original footage, but I decided to save you guys a burn since I pretty much went around a full circle on the stage, and Froggy is right there at the beginning. And I didn't even get to lure when doing all the shenanigans. Just some of the many moments of nothing but derp that you get to enjoy in the extended commentary playthrough of Big the Cat's story. Whenever that happens, I'll be honest, I'm not sure if it's gonna happen right away. But see how quickly these stages can go by if you're just fishing for Froggy? It's a little embarrassing sometimes.
Not too bad.
Okay, for real this time, this is all we got for Big the Cat for a little while, definitely for the rest of this episode. So I'm just going to show you real quick an area you can't get to ever in the game as Big the Cat, and we'll resume our story with characters that, unless you're a huge Big the Cat fan, you actually care about. Keep pushing, Big, you'll get it eventually. Weird. How did he do that? Oh, this is kind of amusing. Right while Amy's just stalker chasing Sonic, that scene comes up. But seriously, Amy, you should consider that. Hook up with the old man. Sure, there's a bit of an age difference, but at least he's willing. Wait, haven't I seen you before? Oh sure, your feet just have a mind of their own and happen to wander here every evening. You are not addicted. Speaking of problem people, here's a guy not doing his job. I think this calls for a little bit of punishment. And that's how you don't react to people on protest. But really, the man's fine. That hammer couldn't hurt a fly. But don't go whacking people, kids. Yeah, you can definitely tell love is in the air. And love is the central focus of the plot, because that's what all the NPCs are talking about. Well, at least that's what's going on in Amy's head, because that's her story. How dare you show love? That's my job! Did you meet Sonic? That's great! Why don't you two go to the bar together? Don't encourage her! She's got enough problems on her own. I mean, at least I can say about this game that it actually works with her fangirlishness and actually evolves her as a character. I'll go into that more later, but in the meantime, the prey is in sight. Onwards, Amy Rose. You see your target. Now strike! Or just keep trying to stare at him closer and closer until the cutscene activates. I mean, whatever floats your boat, I suppose.
Wait up, Sonic! Not fair! I can't run as fast as you! Ah, look! Eggman's robot's on the loose!
Don't panic. I'll handle that bag of bolts.
Ah!
Now what's wrong? Huh?
Look! It says you couples can get in free! What are we waiting for?
Amy! Wait! I give up. She's so weird.
Smooth move, Sonic. Now, this is going to be a little awkward to end things off here, but if I were to keep going, it would jump right into the next level. And since Sonic and Amy have a level at the same time, I'm a little concerned that if I were to include that gameplay, that would extend the video a bit too long. Besides, this is about where I've been ending videos off lately, so why don't we continue that trend? Next time on the chronological adventures of Sonic Adventure, we'll go through Twinkle Park, both as Sonic and Amy Rose, getting introduced to her fabulous gameplay in the process. Whether or not that was just sarcasm right there, you'll have to wait until the next episode to find out. Take care.